Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and all else, to another video. Today, we've got a very special story lined up for ya. Yes, today we're reading my good friend PhantomStrider's creepypasta that he wrote himself. Yes, a little while ago, PhantomStrider, also known as Josh, actually sent in his own creepypasta slash trollpasta that he wrote himself after being inspired by some of the funny creepypastas that I've been reading on the channel. He wanted me to cover it, so why not? I'm gonna go in reading it blind, and we're gonna get my genuine reactions to it. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think we're gonna see a lot of cliches, a lot of misspellings, and I can't wait to read the story. So without further ado, let's take a look. This is Spongebob, Battle for Bikini Bottom, 666 version, by PhantomStrider. I was on my computer playing Lego Star Wars. Great game. It was a rainy and stormy day. Then I decided to go out for fresh air. I went to GameStop at the mall, looking for the new SpongeBob game, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. The man at the GameStop counter had frizzy hair and a crazy look in his eye. He had a parrot on his shoulder that squawked. I said to him, "I'd like a copy of the new SpongeBob game, please." He leered at me and said, "I have no more copies, matey." I looked sad. "Please, I'll take any copy. Please!" The man looked at me with wide eyes. His parrot squawked as the lights started to flicker. The inclusion of the parrot is a very inspired choice. With a bloody look in his eye, he muttered, "Well, there is one copy left." He pulled a box from the bin. The scratchy box title read, "SpongeBob! Battle for Bikini Bottom 666 do not play." "I'll take any copy," I said. I slammed the money on the counter and went back to my computer. I went by McDonald's to get a hamburger. It was good. Oh, I like that. I like that superfluous detail right there. I like how it goes from him slamming the money on the counter, then it goes back to him immediately to his computer, and then just for fun, there's just a passage there where he goes to McDonald's for no reason. I slammed the disc in, and the game started without me pressing anything. The screen went blook, and the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated title screen bubbled up. Except everything was satanic red and evil and stuff. SpongeBob was still on the title screen, but he had hyper-realistic blood coming out of his eyes. He said, "Bah, I will get you, Josh." I was scared. How did SpongeBob know my name? I was so scared that I praised the Spart Dutton. SpongeBob started inside his pineapple house like always, but the music played super slow and backwards and really scary. When I walked outside, SpongeBob said, "Rise, my minions." Just then, Patrick, Mr. Crab, Squidworks, and Sandy all burst out of the ground. Their faces were ghoulish and bloody. I was so scared that I paused the game. I decided to go get a snack. McDonald's didn't fuel me up much. I had some chicken soup. It was good. But then, I saw the evil pirate game man in my soup. His parrot squawked as he said, "I told ya, that game is going to eat your soul." "No you didn't," I said angrily. "Go away." I suddenly didn't want my soup and ran back to unpause the game. I like that, I like that. The protagonist is just unbothered by all these weird things and decides to keep playing the game for no reason. When I pressed stat, SpongeBob said, "I'm ready." Finally got it right in the one sentence where there are like a billion typos. And reddish blood that looked hyper ultra super photorealistic came out of his eyes. He was angry, and I was scared. I started to yell as Evil, Sandy, Patrick, Crab, and Squidworks all began to move again. They groaned and shuddered forward. Sanji wielded a chainsaw. Patrick held a giant bloody katana. It was so hyper ultra super realistic that I vomited beard. Vomited beard. Squidworks had a giant booker's axe and Crab had blood all over his claws. I watched in horror as they all shambled into Bethany Bottom Town and started chopping up Bethany Bottom citizens. Yar har har. Crab went as he sliced fish into tiny pieces. It was so real, I thought they were sashimi. Yeehaw, Sandy went as she began to Texas chainsaw killing spree on the town. Fishy's prize heads were Fishy's prize heads flew everywhere and Sandy revved her chainsaw through the crowd with a glee. She said something about diced tuna, but she said it in a scary demon voice. I was very scared at this point. I held my Sonic plush to make myself feel beater, but I got to control the Spongebob. I tried to move him to stoop his friends, but he just went, "Bah, revenge is mine," and started carapy chopping Fishy's heads off. Blood spurted out like streamers, but these blood was not realistic. There is so much going on all at once. Spongebob, Sandy, Patik, Crab, and Squidworks soon stood upon a mountain of heads and fishy, fleshy body parts. It was hyper, super duper, mega, ultra realistic blood, spurting in every direction. It was so terrific and horrible that I can't find words to describe it to you. It was so hyper realistic that my screen turned hypersonic. From the top of the pile of bodies, Spongebob gave an evil smile and said, "This is the best day ever." Very in line with SpongeBob's character. Then my screen went black and a screamer picture of Spongebob with bloody red eyes appeared on my screen. He went, "Ah, I know where you are, Josh." I was so scarce now. How did SpongeBob knew where I am? At this point I decided to turn the game off. I decided to ask for a refund from the gum stamp guy. I mean, honestly, that's a fair reaction at this point. When I arrived back at Gumstump that afternoon, the pirate parrot guy was leering at me as I entered. "I warned you," he said. "That game is evil and bad." "Yes, I know you did," I said. "But it wasn't very fun, and I didn't like it. I would like a refund, please." I put the game down on the counter and tried to find my receipt. When I pulled it out of my pocket, my receipt was covered in blood, and bats flew out of my pocket. I pathetically splattered it on the counter. "Here's my receipt," I said with a smile. Pirate Man glared at me. "I cannot read this," he said. "It's too evil and cursed." "Oh no," I exclaimed. "This game is too evil to be returning aid." "Don't fear, citizen," the pirate man said. A dark vortex began to swirl above us on the ceiling. Lightning thundered through the roof. "I have the power to bring your receipt back." I was shocked. "How?" I asked. "The Gimstoomp computer database," he yelled triumphantly. Lightning crashed as he gloriously held up his arms in joy. I cannot get enough of this receiving the receipt subplot, it's very epic. I was so relieved. My original receipt had begun to smoke and fire at this point. I threw it to the ground and stomped on it. Guinea pigs began to scurry out of my receipt. What? "Here is your refund," he exclaimed with triumph. He handed me some cursed, scary-looking dollar notes. They had skeletons on them. "And now I will burn this evil game," he yelled. Ah ha 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 ha! The roof smashed open as lightning crackled has boomed. I thanked the nice pirate man and left the store. Since my refund Mooney looked evil, I traded them in for some pizza since they will take any money and I didn't feel like a burger. I didn't feel like a burger. I shared the pizzazz with the homeless guy down the road. His name is Balrog. He writes creepypastas. Then I went back to play Lego Star Wars. Hell yeah. SpongeBob 666 was so scary that I never played a SpongeBob game again. The end? Question mark, question mark? Yes, because we're setting up the sequel, right? That was intense to say the least. Very, very, very epic. Had a lot of cliches that I've encountered in my travels, a lot of very, very interesting typos, and some funny details that really just added, you know, a lot to the comedic factor of the story. I thought that was quite delightful, and it provided me with a lot of laughs, and I hope it did for all of you watching as well. Josh, man, thank you so much for writing it. It was a lot of fun, really entertaining to just see a lot of these creepypasta cliches all put together into one crazy story. So overall, I thought that was a lot of fun, and yeah, as a troll pasta, as a funny little parody of other creepypastas, I thought it was quite successful and really funny, so great job. I really appreciated that. I liked the Pirate Man character. I thought he was a lot of fun, and the detail of the parrots too was a lot of fun. Overall, that story was a blast. So yeah, Josh, I hope you enjoyed my reading, and to all of you watching, I hope you enjoyed hearing it too. With that said, I think that should be all for this very, very silly video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like and comment your thoughts down below. Check out my social medias if you want to, or my Patreon page if you want to support the channel directly. Thanks for watching everyone, and thanks again Josh for writing the story. I'm gonna leave a link down to his channel in the description so you can check him out for yourself. He makes some fantastic videos. Stay awesome everyone. Goodbye.